Take my hand, Milk. It is time to cross the finish line and find our winner. You ready, Milk?
I am ready, Yuha. Let's do it!
And what better queens to review this episode than style fashion superstar Milk and the hilarious Yuhua Matthews.
Bootleg opinions.
This video is sponsored by Surfshark. What is Surfshark, you might ask? It is an award-winning VPN, a virtual private network, where you can change your location to access all the contents that you deserve in this whole wide world.
I've heard of them. You've got to tell the viewers.
So what you may not know is that where you live affects what contents are streaming on your services, from movies, TV shows, documentaries, game shows, and whatnot. For instance, our friends in the UK, Canada, Australia, or anywhere in the world cannot watch what we watch, and the contents that we have available on our streaming services is different from theirs. But with Surfshark, you can change your location, and voila, just like that, you can access all the contents that you deserve. It is absolutely safe to use, even on public Wi-Fi, so wherever you go, you can use Surfshark. Plus, with one subscription, you and your friends can access it in different rooms on multiple devices. That alone, my dear, allows you to save so much money.
Cheers!
So what are you waiting for? Sashay your way to the link in description and get yourself 83% off your whole subscription and 3 months free. Plus, there's a 30-day money-back guaranteed, so there's nothing to lose. Now, was this the top 4 that you expected and had in mind?
All of the queens that made it to the top 4 are incredible. They proved themselves throughout their career and this season. It's a top 4 that makes sense. Let me just lead with that. Personally, like stan-wise, I would have loved to see Jaida in the top. Alas, it wasn't meant to be, but still a great episode.
I personally have to say that the lip sync results didn't really make sense for a lot of them. I just felt like they just had the queens lip sync and they were like, okay, you're moving on. Okay, you're moving on. I think it was pre-selected already. What do you think?
It didn't, yes, I agree with you, and I think a lot of people out there think the same. And also, that box is not brass. Is that brass? Is that the color of brass?
I thought it was gold.
Right. They're really having fun with naming colors, like with the plunger this season. Definitely not platinum.
Now, the first lip sync is the Vivienne and Yvie. Who do you think won?
Yvie. Yeah.
Same here, I thought Yvie won too.
Yeah.
The second lip sync was Raja and Jaida. Who do you think won?
That one I wasn't so sure about. You know, what happened, and Raja looked incredible.
She said, what happened, happened.
She looked incredible. Raja is legend, I think, for all of us. And so to see Raja, who has inspired me for so long, to see her now just nailing it is really amazing. Sorry to go off about Raja.
I think that they both did well. I think that it was just a matter of taste of which one you prefer. Now, the next lip sync is between Raja and Yvie. Who do you think won?
Wait, Raja and Yvie? Oh yeah, that's right.
I thought Yvie won that one. I felt like Yvie won that one.
But congratulations, Raja, on that 50K. Go.
Yeah. Now on to the top 4 lip syncs between Monét Exchange and Trinity the Tug. Who do you think won? They lip synced to So What by Pink.
Honestly, I thought Trinity won.
Oh my god, me too! I felt like Trinity won. It was more punk rock, more FU attitude.
So Trinity looked like Pink. She was wearing that hair for a reason. So she was like playing that side up, which I thought was smart. Monét was wearing pink. They were just trying to go about it different ways, but very happy for Monét.
I think that Trinity, when she was wearing that wig, I wasn't necessarily getting pink. I was getting more like India Farah and Phoenix on season 2 when they entered and they both said, prison, honey.
Prison, honey. Prison.
Now, the next lip sync was Jinkx, Monsoon, and Shea Couleé. Who do you think won?
Honestly, because I'm such a fangirl of Gaga, and I love that song Judas, and I love that video. And when Shea started pulling out actual choreo, it made me very happy. Jinkx brought her own flair, and with that robe, it was amazing, but I would have to give it to Shea.
I have to give it to Shea too, honestly, because not only was she doing the choreo, she actually performed it from start to end. I felt like Jinkx took off the reveal too soon and then she just kind of twirled the coat and then she went from left to right, left to right. Love Jinkx, but it was just not Jinkx winning this. Now the next lip sync was Monét, Exchange, and Jinkx. Who do you think won?
Monét?
I agree. I thought Monét won too.
Okay.
Yeah, so in conclusion, the lip syncs don't matter in this competition, really.
I mean, obviously, it was a fun show to put on, but it wasn't the ultimate decider for who won.
They tried to rig last week's episode and then they tried to rig this week's episode. Well, it backfired.
Ooh, she's talking about rigs.
It backfired on their own ass, girl. This is what you try to do when you try to play God. The drag gods, aka the producers. Do you remember season 14? They said, oh my god, the drag gods have chosen you. You've gotten the gold chocolate bar. The drag gods have decided. Yeah, okay, right. We're stupid enough to believe that.
It's chocolate.
It's rice cake. Now, category is Grand Finale Extravaganza. I feel like the queens have ran out of clothes because I felt like some of the looks that we've seen so far have been better. This is no shade to the queens. This is just what I'm seeing. I felt like a lot of the queens pulled out the premiere look where they had to do the extravaganza look and were the final look in that episode, whereas I felt like in this episode they were like, okay, this is what I have left.
Yes. I think there were ones that looked fantastic, and then there were ones that I was like, this is the final look you're giving us? And so I do agree with you.
More like, this is the final outfit that I have left in the suitcase.
True, true. I bet they gave these queens a bit more of a leniency when it came to baggage, I would imagine.
Who knows, girl? Remember the 5 baggage luggage? Because they were so cheap.
They weighed it. They would weigh it.
I know! So we first have Jaida Essence Hall looking like the Essence down the hall. She is serving you beads and fringe and she is looking luxuriously rich. Now this look kind of reminds me of the look that Raja did for Dolly Parton, which is absolutely gorgeous. Over here she extended beyond her knees and she looks absolutely stunning in this 1920s finger wave. Now, is this the best from Jaida? I think this is one of the ones I feel like I've seen better looks from her in this season, and I feel like, you know, she's kind of out of clothes to wear, but nonetheless, she looks gorgeous.
I do understand how it's not as extravaganza, but nevertheless, it's like so in eleganza that it does it for me. Absolutely radiant. All of that beaded fringe. Education time, Lady Chablis, who was a prominent queen and trans woman who lived in Savannah, Georgia, who was in Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, that book that was then turned into that movie. She reminds me of Lady Chablis, regal, royal, opulent, bedazzled excellence. And congratulations, Jaida, on a fantastic season. Next up, we have Buggy Queen Mother, Raja, and she looks absolutely fantastic. First thing I notice, obviously, the bug. But then it's that blue color, that bluish green and different textures that shine in particular ways. And then we get up to the headpiece that you can see has more of a sheen to it. And so it's more glassy. And then we go down to the boot and you can see it's a cutout. She's giving full fantasy. I think this is the extravaganza that possibly we want from Jaida in the previous look. Brava, Raja.
Ooh, baby, this is fabulous. This look is giving me like she's the emperor slash empress of all the insect slash alien outer space creature out there. She's got her throne hat on. She's got her regal shoulders up to the heavens. She's got this beautiful cinched waist with this structure coming out around her hips area, and she just looks regal in this. I agree with you with the colors, with the blue, with the green, and how they just kind of fade into each other. It just looks sensational. And the fingernails, baby, very creature and fantasy as well. And the makeup to match this whole look. This is fabulous. Extravaganza, the house down boots.
And the makeup, yeah. The references that she was pulling for this aren't just from nature. She has some influences from Is She Hungry, who is an amazing makeup artist. Just so cool looking, optical illusions, and very well done.
Do you know what this outfit is kind of giving me to? It's giving me very Thierry Mugler and a little bit of Christian Dior. Remember that Egyptian style runway that they had with the silhouettes with the shoulders and the tall headpieces that they have?
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right.
very that. Next up is the Vivienne. I feel like it's missing something around the top area. I feel like maybe some stones would have worked. It's almost there, I feel like.
I agree with the stones. The brooch seemed a little thrown, slapped on there for a little glitter, which seemed a little shameful for that brooch. I think it deserved more. Of course, love all the feathers. This was one that she may have had left.
Yeah, I feel like it too.
Even though it's amazing, like, I feel her heart isn't necessarily in this look. Like, the hair doesn't really vibe with the makeup, doesn't really vibe with the dress. They're all wonderful elements, but I don't think it's a home run.
Yeah, she was probably like, I'm not in the top 4 anyway, whatever. Let me just wear a dress and get my paycheck.
Work.
Yeah, she could have done better. You know what I also would have done? I would have took off the feathers around her bicep area and just done gloves. Leather gloves or something like that.
Yeah.
Black lip.
Pretty.
You know?
Yep.
Give us that
Yep.
queen of the night.
Yeah. Next to the stage, we have the Odd Cake Ball, Yvie Oddly, and she is giving us celebratory, look at me, I'm the queen of this cake kingdom. I love this. You could feel the love and passion that she had for drag in this moment with the things that she said about this moment and being able to walk this runway. I think it's amazing. So well done, Yvie. Really incredible. And honestly, it looks delicious.
Let all of us eat cake. Cake galore from the heavens is Yvie Oddly cotton candy, and she has this cake on wheels. This is fabulous. This is totally her.
How did she get this to Drag Race? That's what I want to know.
She teleported from Mars.
Baby, Tammy gave her that code. Boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, boop.
Next up is Jinkx. Huh? Next up is Jinkx.
It's your turn.
Next up, I'm like a broken robot right now. Next up is Jinkx Monsoon, serving you gladiators / Met Gala and whatnot. This is one of the other looks that I feel like she ran out of clothes, girl. This ran out of clothes.
Oh, you think?
It looks good at first glance from far away, but then when you zoom in on the details, that's when it becomes a little bit costumey. I do enjoy it from the waist up. I like the hair. I thought it was very creative, very magical. I love the shoulder pieces. It was very regal, very warrior, very ready to fight at the end of the competition. But at the back and the bottom, it just seemed like very plasticky, you know, just not Drag Race level. And then that fabric that she has at the bottom, not really working for me. I feel like this is one of the looks that I feel like she meant to wear as like another challenge maybe, and then the one that she wore in the premiere, which was the red and gold outfit, would have been her finale outfit.
I hear everything you're saying, though I really enjoy this look for her.
Okay.
I think it hits in the vein of everything that she's about. And there's an element to cosplay, if we're talking about cosplay from a drag perspective, that can seem a little homemade. And not that that's a negative thing against cosplay, but there is that element of that to this. Even though it's impeccably made, I think to your point, it does seem a little lower level than like I think we're known to expect. But I think it's really well done, and I was excited to see her come out in this. I think she felt gorgeous, and like she's sort of a witch, and this did feel very sorcerer.
I think what I would have liked better is if she used a different material for the silver piece. I would have liked it if she used like maybe silver sequin or just fabric instead of just the plastic. I've seen those stuff in the Halloween stores, you know what I mean?
And I guess it doesn't have that like draggy element of shine and sequin, which I think is a difference between drag and cosplay as well. Next to the stage, we have the iconic Monét exchange, and she is coming out naked.
Can you see in that thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see. Monét exchange is on the runway and she is stomping. She is naked. She has this beautiful bald head. The body proportions look not as wonderful as I think she normally looks.
Separately, it would have not worked, but I think all together it worked. I think also especially the fact that she has no wig and this makeup and this nose ring that she has on, I think with the aesthetic of the face, it brought it all together. I understand you're part of the proportions. I would have gotten rid of that fabric that's around her hip area. I would have just worn it as a bow in the back. She didn't need it to come to the front area at all. But I think overall, it's a great look.
She's pulled looks this season, and it's been fun to watch. Well done.
Next up is Shea Couleé, and she is looking gorgeous in this. This look kind of reminds me of the look that she did previously with the veils, with the layering, and I think she looks sensational in this. Going back to what I mentioned earlier, I felt like this is a look also she kind of ran out of, outfits and she wore this, but nonetheless, she does look good. Though I do prefer her premiere outfits more than this though. I felt like that was more extravaganza than this. I felt like the queens wore their premiere outfits that's meant to be worn in the finale.
Yes, because that's the first time that we're seeing them again as winners. The fiercest look that they have is most likely going to be that look that they first wear.
Yeah.
That being said, I really love this look on Shea. I think she looks absolutely stunning. The hair is beautiful, and I know she feels gorgeous in it. I think something else could have been a choice, but she looks amazing. What I like about Shea, especially in these finale type moments, is she's not afraid to play with what we know today as red carpet glamour. She always pulls out a look that a biological female could wear at a red carpet. And I like that. And I bet that feels really amazing for her to be able to live out this fantasy. All right, next up to the stage, we have Trinity the Tuck.
I live! Well. Muy bien!
This is a look that she had left over.
Yeah.
The best thing about this look, and it really tops it all off, literally, is her wig. That wig is gorgeous. Tell me that wig isn't gorgeous. Tell me right now.
Did you say that the best out of this look is the wig and not the outfit?
Baby, that wig is gorgeous. Are you serious?
I know it is gorgeous.
Why can't hair be the moment? With what is, yes, an amazing look, but it's it's
whatever.
What I would expect to see her perform in a show, not
on Drag Race.
Last finale extravaganza eleganza. That all being said, I have loved Trinity all season. She had trains, Trinity the train.
Or the train wreck.
So when we see this, it's it's a beautiful look on her, not the most wowing look of the night.
I agree, and we've seen Trinity's looks, and this is just not it. It seems like an outfit that she has left over. Not to discredit, she does look gorgeous in this with the flowy fabric. Her entire bodysuit is stoned. Again, just like you cannot convince me that this is your final look, y'all. Well, I live! Anyway, Milk, who is your favorite finale look out of all of these queens?
Okay.
Is it Jinkx?
Okay. Is Raja. I think she really delivered on all aspects of what this should be about.
I agree. Our winner for this evening is Raja. And to all the queens that weren't our favorites, well, I guess next time pack more clothes, right?
Yeah. Or have them delivered. You're all-stars, baby.
Pack more clothes! Anyway, Milk, thank you so much for joining to give us your bootleg onions. Where can we find you?
You can find me online, back on the internet, bigandmilky.com, where you can find everything that I am working on, shared on an innovative and interactive platform.
Where you can play some music and see some photos and whatnot. And my name is Yuhua Hamasaki. You can find me on all platforms under that. Bye, Milk!
Bye, Yuhua!